Okay? All right? So I'm going to break it down to you, everything. And I'm going to break it down to you, because I broke it down to this lady one time. She was like, I like younger guys. And then I was like, do you know why you like younger men? She was like, no. And then I broke down to her what it was that she liked about younger men. And she was like, wow, I never thought about it like that. And so today, the doctor's going to break it down. Why, first of all, would an older woman be interested in a younger man? Why would that be the case? Okay, because the truth is, you may not have anything in common. So let me talk about, should you date a younger man? All right, so let's just jump right in. So let me break this down. First off, let's talk about age groups, and let's talk about age gaps. And when do age gaps work? Because there's some studies been done on it. And your boy, you know, I do a lot of research in what I do because I'm a relationship coach. So they say that age gaps from 1 to 12 years have a higher percentage of working than anything above 12 years. Now you might say, okay, so if a person, so say for instance, if I'm 50, she's 38, okay? That's within the 12 years. But they say anything older than that, based on the studies that have been done, are 50% more likely not to work. Now, y'all, we have a tough enough time making it work anyway. All right, there's 50% divorce rate out there anyway. So you throw in that, the number, age, and you throw in that, then that makes, but let me tell you why they say. They say because once you get beyond like 12 years, they say the differences become so much greater as the years go by. So if we 15 years old, I'm 50, you 35, then when I get 60, you're 40. And so what they're saying is the age gap gets further apart the older you get. So it's different than like, so if I'm 40, you 23, even though that's a big age gap. I mean, no, 40, I'm sorry, 27, 28. All right, so now, so let's just talk about it. All right, first of all, let's talk about why women want to date younger men. Why would a woman want to date a younger man? All right, and so I broke this down to my client one day, and she didn't understand. I said, okay, let me tell you what a younger man represents. And then when I give you the pros and cons of it, because this is going to be a two-part series. The pros and cons of it are going to be another day, but I'm going to tell you why, and I'm going to tell you, if you're going to date a younger man, here's what you look for. Here's here's the reasons why you should. So the question is, a lot of women like, I don't know if I'm gonna date somebody younger. Well, doesn't mean you can't find love with a person younger than you or older than you. I think you should date who you feel compelled to, and I'm gonna tell you why in a second. But let me get to why women do it. Number one, if a woman says, I don't really know, I'm just attracted to younger guys. I'm just attracted to younger guys. I said, bullshit. It's more to it than that. It's not so much you're attracted to younger guys, you're attracted to what they represent to you in your life. All right, you ready for me to go in, G?
Yes.
All right, I'm about to go in. All right, number one. So I wrote down the reasons why she was attracted to younger men, or a woman may be attracted to a younger man. And nothing wrong with it, but just identify what it is. Let's be honest. Let's have an honest conversation with ourselves. So the first reason why a young man, and I broke this down, I said a young man represents to that female virility. Virility. Now, virility means, you know, you're young, you're alive, you're sexual, you're this young being. And so a lot of times, older guys have gotten into their ways. And when you look at an older guy, that's why a lot of people don't know my age, because my virility is so strong, so up there. And so, look, that's why I tell my wife, I said, look, young women come on to me all the time because I act young. Virility has something to do with the way you act, the way you carry your liveliness, okay? Now, not just sex, but I get that. That's a part of it. But it's what they represent. I know this female who said, I don't want to date younger because they remind me of my father. And I said, yes, what it is you see your father as an older gentleman. You see your father as a person who lacks virility. And then, so I said, that's the reason why. If they lack virility, that's the reason why you want to date younger. The second reason you want to date younger is excitement. You feel like there is a part of you that is missing. There's a part of you that wants excitement in your life, and you feel like I need to get it from. Hey, look, she know I said the younger ones. Chill out, QL. She know exactly. Well, she really don't know how old I am, because you know what? I throw that thing like I'm a young boy. Anyway, excitement is number 2. Excitement. So what a younger guy represents is the excitement that she's missing in her life. And that's cool if that's what you want to do, but it doesn't necessarily mean you have to get it from a younger guy. But there are some older men who are not as exciting. I get that. They're stuck in their ways. They've been doing shit the same way for quite a long time, and they don't want to change. So that the younger guy represents the excitement. The third thing, he represents a spontaneous nature. In the spontaneous nature, you remember back when you were younger, as a woman, you like, we used to go out. We would just say, hey, let's just go away for the weekend. Hey, let's just have sex in the back of the car. Whatever it was a spontaneous nature to it. And now that you've settled into a relationship, or you're not in a relationship, you want to go back to a time when you had that spontaneity, and that spontaneity represented something to you. So is that okay? Sure it is. All right, sure it is. All right, if that's something. Now, y'all, it's okay to date someone younger than you. It is. It is okay. However, there are some things that go along with this too. There are pros and cons to both sides of this equation. If you want, but right now we're just talking about what the younger guy represents to the female who may be older. Number 4, the second thing, he represents sex stamina. So a lot of times when guys get older, testosterone falls. They're not working out as much. They're not eating right. So they're not performing like they used to, where they used to beat that thing up 2 or 3 times. They used to bust 2 or 3. Now you're lucky to get 1 or 2. And so what's happening is, and now many women are going unfulfilled because as they get older, their sex drive increases while a man's might decrease. And the man that's not taking care of himself, not taking care of everything, his blood flow is not working like he once did, then he seems like his sex stamina, not seems, the reality is his sex stamina is going down, and the women want a woman wants that. All right, be careful. QL says, be careful about spontaneous with an older woman. You could give her a heart attack. And that's a bunch of paperwork. You know what? I'm not fooling with you, QL. And the last thing is energy. Energy. And so what happens is, you say, I'm scared. And what happens is they represent the energy. And so when a woman sees a younger man, it's not so much that he's younger, and especially the younger guy, he's wearing the latest styles and all of these things. He's taking care of himself, his body, and all of those things. And so what I tell them is, and I coach a lot of older women, and I say, listen, it's what he represents that you desire. All right, so let's be clear about that. It's not so much the younger guy, it's just the representation of the virility, excitement, spontaneity, sex stamina, and his energy, overall energy level. Now, can you find that in an older guy? Absolutely, you can. But the truth of the matter is, Naomi said, yeah, they got to be able to keep up with me. I know as women get older, their sex drive goes up. I get that. And so what I want to tell you is this. So first of all, I want to identify what it is that you desire. Okay. Then I want to tell you, there are some pros and cons for that. But if you want to date an older man, cool. But let me tell you, there's a criteria. And so if you bypass the criteria that I'm about to give you, and you get in a relationship with a younger guy, and you get in a relationship, and remember what I told you earlier, the age group, 1 to 12 years, but you get in a relationship with a younger man, forgive me, and you forget these rules right here, it's going to be a catastrophe, a disaster. So what I'd like to do is go over with you, yes, if you desire to date a younger guy, first of all, let me tell you the criteria. Y'all know I'm the doctor. I'm the doctor of relationships, so I'm going to give it to you. So the first thing is this. If you're an older woman and you want to date a younger man, he has, number one, he has to have classical masculine energy. See, the truth of the matter is so many women, so many people, if so many people, Seema saying the younger the better. Let me give you the rules first, Seema. I'm gonna give you the rules first. Then it's all right to date them young, but but don't break the rules, Seema. Don't follow the rules, because when the doctor give you the rules, I give you the rules for a reason. All right. So the first thing, if you want to date a guy, he has to have classic masculine energy. Here's why. There are so many women out there who have been thrust into roles where they have to see. Both of us, men and women, have both masculine and feminine energy. What happens though is when that energy is off balance. That energy is off balance. So what happens is when you as a female, because you're on the job, because you had to assume that masculine energy to get it done. You that boss bee. You doing all of these things. You taking over this, you handling this, and you don't know how to balance that energy. And then you get in a relationship with a man, and then that energy level stays up at that level, and you can't wonder why the dude is like, what's wrong with you? Why can't you got to decide everything? It's always this, and you don't know how to balance that energy. A man does not want to be in a relationship with himself. Listen to it. If he wanted another man, he'd get him another man. A man does not, and what happens is women don't know how to turn off that energy, that masculine energy, y'all. I see it all the time, and even my clients, I tell them, wait a minute, hold up. Hell no, you're not going to talk to me this way. You're not going to tell me what's going on. You come to me for expertise, and then you're going to tell me what's wrong with you. And so what I tell them is, now you're walking in this masculine energy, and you wonder why that the man don't want to be around you. And so the truth is, that's number one. The man, the younger guy, has to have classical masculine energy where he says, no, I'm not going to tolerate that. You know, sometimes, y'all, I tell my wife I'm done. I don't want to hear it anymore. It's all about us being, talking and being balanced and everything. And sometimes you get to the point where I'm done with it. I'm done discussing that. You feel me? I'm done that. I'm done with that. I'm walking away. I'm done it. It's the decision is made. And she's looking at me like, what the hell? And so I'm like, I'm done with it. I'm done with it. Hey, look. And so I have to, I'm not dominant over her. I just don't want, or at this point, I'm not battling with other masculine energy. And she doesn't do it all the time, but I'm just saying that's what it is. All right, number two, if you want to date a younger guy, number two, he has to be satisfied but not content. Write that down, Seema. I know you write them down. Satisfied but not content. Now listen to what I'm saying. You have to date a man who's younger than you. He's satisfied but not content. Now, what I mean by satisfied, he's satisfied with one woman. He's satisfied as long as you meeting his sexual needs. He's satisfied with being in a relationship with one woman. He doesn't have a need to have to get his rocks off around the corner. Now, I'm not saying everybody has the propensity to cheat. I'm just saying that is not what he's about. That is not his nature. And there are young men out there who don't cheat. And when women say all men cheat, y'all, that's not true. That is not true. Just like men. Men tell me that now, that all women cheat. And I say that's not true. And so, but that's your narrow perspective. And your narrow perspective is based on your experience. But if you go into the new year with that same perspective, you're not going to be in a fruitful relationship. You're not going to be able to be in a fruitful relationship because you will have what you say you will have. You know, the Bible says that you will have what you say you will have. Okay, now listen to this, y'all. But he cannot be content with where he is in life. If you're going to date a guy, you want to date somebody who is satisfied with you, but he can't be content with where he is in life. And because if you date somebody who's younger and he's content with where he is in life while he's still building, ultimately that's going to irk you. Ultimately, that's going to get you in a position where you ain't gonna like that. And so I'm saying he must be satisfied and content. And he must be satisfied but not content. All right, but not content. I'm sorry, did I say content? Satisfied but not content. Not content with it. Because when you're young, that's when we're impressionable. Everything I've built, and I've done well for myself, y'all, and everything that I've done, I did it as a result of me at a younger age, beginning to strive, beginning to want more, beginning to hang around people that want more. All of those things were a part of my life in a way. But if you dating a guy, he's satisfied with you, but he's content with where he is in life, red flag. That's not a flag. That's like a red light, you know. Hey, G, like a red light. All right, y'all. Number 3, if you want to date a younger guy, number 3, he has to be what I call an old soul with wisdom. And an old soul with wisdom is somebody who's had the wisdom of being around people who are older. The one person who's around a person who's willing to learn from what he's gleaned from his uncles, aunts, people around him. And we call them old souls. Y'all been around people like that. And what I mean by old soul doesn't mean that he's lazy, doesn't mean that he's not spontaneous, doesn't mean that he's not exciting. What it means is that he is worthy of wisdom. And he uses that wisdom to understand it when he's dealing with you. Because if a person who doesn't have wisdom, if he's not willing to take the wisdom, if he's not wise in what he learns, then I doubt very seriously if the relationship will last. I was like, you know what you say? QL says, damn, I ain't got none of that stuff you mentioned. Yeah, I know, QL. That's all right. It's too late for you. But anyway, number four, he's got to be willing to learn and grow. So if you're with the guy and he loves you with all his heart, but he's younger, loves you with all his heart, and but he didn't want to do anything else. He's not ambitious. He's not any of those things. The truth of the matter is, it's going to irk you. It is going to rub you the wrong way. You know why? Because whether you know it or not, whether you admit it or not, there is a part of you that wants to be connected to somebody who wants to grow. Okay? It's whether you say it or not, whether you know it or not, each one of us, relationships are for 2 reasons. The purpose of relationships are 2 reasons, y'all. I said it before. I got this from Milani, Shani, my business partner. She says, number 1, and when she told me this, it made so much sense. Relationships are either to heal in a certain area, help you heal, or help you grow. Help you heal or help you grow. Period. And if you can't do either one of those, then it's going to be a problem. You feel me? And so if the man is younger than you, that is great. But if he's unwilling to grow, unwilling to be empowered, you will grow you will grow so tired of that. I promise you, after a while, y'all done had sex 20 different times, 20 different ways. Even after that, when you get up, it's going to grow old. And what you're going to do, he's going to remind you of the very old thing that you were avoiding. The very thing that you wanted to avoid, he will become that thing. So it has nothing to do with age. That's why I spent the first part of this live telling you the reasons why you wanted to date a younger man. That is the reason why you wanted to date a younger man. And so consequently, so when I'm telling you this for a reason. All right? So that's what I'm saying. All right. Number five. I wrote these down. Ooh. If you're going to be with a younger man, you have to be dating him for the right reason. Hey, listen to this, G. Listen to what I'm about to tell you. A lot of women date a younger man for the wrong reason. Okay? Now, look, listen to what I said to you. They date him because it's exciting. They date him because he's got really the sex stamina. He popping that thing any way he can. Now, get this. He's excitement and all of that because he represents something that she's missing. Here's the problem, though. When you date somebody, you have to understand and figure out why it is that I'm dating the person. If you're not dating somebody because of this one reason, I feel like I'm going to be better off with this person than without them. Other than that, then it's not going to work. It's not going to work. I'm just being honest with you. And so what I'm saying to y'all is, What I'm saying is open the door. G, open the door first and tell her to come in. And so what I'm saying to y'all is this right here. Is look, if your reasoning is not right, hey, come here for a minute. Give me, okay, 2 minutes. All right, I'll be through in a minute. So that was my neighbor, y'all. Live TV, baby, anything happens. All right, so look. So what I'm going to say to y'all is this right here. If you're you have to be honest with yourself and be self-reflective and honest. Why are you dating this person? Why do you want to date? And it's cool. But as long as you're honest with yourself, okay? As long as you're honest with yourself. And the truth is this. If me being with this person, not because they're exciting, not because they're spontaneous, not because they make me have multiple orgasms, but because I'm going to be better off as a human being, as a person, spiritually, mentally, and emotionally than I would be if I wouldn't date this person, if I wasn't dating this person. And if you're not asking yourself that reason, if you're not being honest with yourself about that, then should you date them? No, not just because of excitement. Y'all, that ain't gonna last. That's temporary. Because listen to me carefully. The mind gets bored very quickly. That same excitement you feel or you felt will go away. Okay? And the last thing is you don't want to date anyone. I don't care how they make you feel. If they don't respect you for who you are and where you are in life. Listen to what I'm saying. Because the truth is, y'all, we all gonna get older. And if you want to date somebody younger, you will have to conquer insecurity. And see, many of the time is because, think about it, they're younger than you, you're getting older, you saying, look, they looking at other women who got the bigger, perkier booty, perkier breast. And the truth of the matter is if you have not conquered insecurity, now he's got to respect you, number one, for who you are, where you are in your life. That's number one. But the last thing is you got to understand is if you haven't conquered insecurity inside of you, if you're not conquering insecurity, the relationship will be a disaster. Because you got to understand that the truth is, you know what? Hey, you're going to get older, but it's got to be more than just that. It's more than just, than how he makes me feel. All of that, y'all, I always tell people, it's not just your emotions. Let me see what G said. G said, do you think that it's because she wants to be his mother or it's insecurity? I think, G, to be honest with you, I think a lot of times, a lot of men date women. That's on the pros and cons. But I didn't address that. But a lot of men date older women because they're looking for a mother figure. They're looking for a mother figure. They're looking for somebody to nurture them. They never got that. They never got the nurturing. They never got that kind of stuff. And the truth is, they're looking for that. But you don't need to be looking for somebody that you're nurturing. You don't need to be looking for somebody that you need to nurture. You need to look for somebody that you build a relationship with. That's a different thing. Now, you can empower the person. Yes, you can empower them. But I'm not nurturing you like I'm nurturing my child. And a lot of people get in those relationships. And that's the reason why I'm telling you, I gave you the 6 reasons to look for, the things you're looking for. If you want to date a younger man, as long as you got those reasons, you checking the boxes, cool. And if you ain't sure, here's what I want y'all to do. Last thing before I go, I got to tell everybody this. Hey, y'all, if you want to get to know a person, you know I got to every day, I got to tell you about these. Hey, to the end of the year, yo, we sold so many games, y'all. And I want everybody, if you want to get to know somebody, these games we created called the Moment of Truth, classic relationship card game. It helps you get to know the person. You need part 2, Naomi? Okay, coming down the pipe. Look, if you haven't got the first game, we sold so many for Christmas. You can still get them. This is the classic game. You can play it one-on-one with somebody you're interested in. You can play it with your girlfriends. Play it with couples. And then you can add in this one. This is the one, the sex version. Moment of Truth, sex version of the same game. This is the classic version, sex version. Y'all, I want y'all to pick up the copy for the new year. And the last thing is this. If you're interested in a discovery session, as I said before, I'm doing discovery sessions. It's an investment. if you're willing to invest in yourself and to find out what's going on with you, what's wrong? Why can't you attract the right relationship? Why is it that you and your husband keep arguing? Why is why are things not going the way you want them to? Reach out. I'll send you a link for a discovery session. Let's sit down and spend 90 to 120 minutes together. Let's spend some time together and let me get deep and find out what's going on with you. All right? Other than that, y'all, I'm done. That's my time. I'm Ken Canion, the host of Love, Lust. Hey, is it Jacqueline? Hey, Jacqueline, I can send you a link. If you're interested in the card game, I'll send you a link. Both of the card games, we have a combo special, or if you can get them one at a time or individually. I got to deliver some today, and the mail was gone so long, y'all. Some of my cards didn't even get delivered before Christmas. I was heartbroken, but you can get them now. The mail should be speeding up. I appreciate y'all. I'm Ken Canion, the host of Love, Lust, and Lies. Last time I played the sex card game, I ended up in child support court. Well, you ain't got to worry about it now. You can't get nobody pregnant. Hey, yo, remember every journey starts in one step. Take yours today. I'm out. QL, you always bring this out of me. I'm gone.